Brooklyn Independent Television.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of BK4Reel. I'm your host Wilbenson. Today we're at the Brooklyn Public Library checking out the new exhibition, Fashion Illustration, a Contemporary Look. Fashion illustrators show off their stuff creating pictures that make a brand look totally hip. First up, it's Beyond the Flip, a roadworks documentary by Philip A. Blount. Blount looks past the stereotypes to introduce the real skateboarding community in New York.
My name is Philip. I've been skating for 3 years, and to me, skateboarding is freedom of expression, and it's something that I do with my friends. Skating has helped me identify my identity in society.
Skating has just always been my passion since '86. I have been doing it since then. I haven't stopped, and it's in your heart. It stays in your heart, you know?
Oh man, skating to me is freedom. You know, skating to me is responsibility for your own movement. New York is especially key for being able to just use your skateboard to get around anywhere. But I feel like with my deck, you know, in a place like this, I can get out and push myself. I can create more than I can in just normal flat environments or on my 2 feet, you know. And I think that freedom of mobility and movement is an example that a lot of people can grow to accept and understand as far as taking responsibility for other things in their lives too.
It takes to certain people and it becomes your zen, you know, a place where your mind's just blank and there's no worries, and you just kind of, you're in your own world, and it's very relaxing, and it brings a great sense of joy to all the kids that skate.
Skating down Broadway with a friend of mine last year before the Broadway bomb, and we were just practicing, kind of getting ready for the intensity, and started at about 1/16th. We're just blasting, didn't stop, and about 95th at a red light we passed a cop car, and we didn't slow down, and my third buddy, he slowed down a little bit at the red light. We just kept going, and so after about 15, 16 blocks they caught up with us, they pulled us over, and he stops, we kind of roll up, he gets out furious, just frowning, just so pissed. And I'm like, oh damn, you know, gotta defuse this. So I slow up and I'm, what seems to be the problem, officer? And he just stoned, he goes, do you have any idea how many red lights you just blew? And I said, no sir. We followed you for 15 blocks. You blew 13 red lights. And I look at my friend, I'm like, damn, should have been 15.
Society depicts skateboarders as outlaws and criminals due to the fact that they always skateboard in places that usually shouldn't be skateboarded around or near or seem to be safe for other people.
It's crazy that it's so much like a crime. Like, people are getting like beat up, arrested, you know, for just riding down the sidewalk. I know they're creating all these skate parks for us and plazas, but it's just not the same as riding the streets, and you can't really replicate it.
I'm from a small town in Connecticut, up near Hartford, and everyone looked at you like a little punk. You know, they didn't want you skating, and and there were very few skate parks, very few places to go, so you're always getting in trouble because they wouldn't give you anywhere to go.
So we're still always going to be on the streets, but we're not really doing anybody any harm, although they seem to think that, so I don't know how that problem's going to be solved, but it's definitely a big one.
I've had other friends that gotten tickets just for, you know, basically standing on their board in Columbus Circle, you know. Wow. So it's kind of interesting that they have an idea that, you know, skateboard is kind of a criminal activity in the parks, but at the same time they try and encourage it as like, yeah, you can skate anywhere. There's actually no anti-skating laws in New York City, you know, unless you're endangering yourself or you're endangering a pedestrian. Like they can't technically write you up for skating.
Society there, it depends where you are, where you go to, because they could mock you and look at you as if you're a kid riding down the street. Meanwhile, they don't go to where we go, so they don't know what it's like. They don't know that you're going to see much older people seeing father training son from time to time. You can see it.
My dad likes it. He himself was one of the few kids who used to skate back in the Dominican Republic. And then my mom, she just thinks it's helping me lose weight.
It's not a kid sport, it's grown up.
I don't know why, it doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind, I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum.
The guys I talk to really care about skating, and they're not going to give it up because people harass them. I hope that someday people will understand skaters better so that they don't have to get harassed by cops. I know I love skating, and it's something that I'll never give up.
I didn't even know I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
And another film from Railworks, director Jordan Burns turns his cameras on senior resident of the Bishop Boardman Apartment, and Memories, this entertaining character share deeply personal stories of youth, love, and life experience.
Memories like the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Oh, I think some of the joys and pleasures going to like places like Cody Island and stuff like that. Going swimming, I like that. You know, I like the pleasant thing, you know, what kids like. I like to go to the ball games. I was interested in baseball, games, you know, good sports. I like the girls.
I knew you were going to say that. It never fails.
Some of the favorite things in my past was the music, Glenn Miller and Artie Shore, and the Mills Brothers, the Platters, so many. On Friday nights, we would go to confraternity in the basement of the Catholic Church, and we'd be there for a few hours. And if you didn't know how to dance, you learned how to dance. Weekends you went dancing. In the summertime you were always on the beach, and you were always dancing under the boardwalk. On 18th Street, between Prospect Park West and 8th Avenue. People appreciated one another. Everybody had the same. Nobody had more, like socialism. My mother and father raised me. My mother was a very pretty woman. My father was a nice-looking man, but very quiet.
My mother raised me. Oh, what can you say about your mother? I think she's fantastic. She was everything. She raised me by herself because my father died when we were very young. When I was very young, he passed away, so she had to do it on her own. She did a good job.
And my mother passed away when I was 2. And I met my father when I was 12.
So
Raised with foster people, and they were kind of mean, you know. I guess because I didn't belong to them or something. The only thing that bothered me was when I see a kid coming from school and his mother or dad is waiting for him and they hug him, and I kind of get a little, I don't know, jealous or you know, I wonder, you know, how come that didn't happen to me, that's all. Maybe feeling sorry for myself. You kids miss those things, you know. I realize that now. That's why my kids aren't going to go through that, you know. We give them the love and everything that we could.
I had one child who would be about 56, no, he's dead 16 years, he was 40, about 56 years old. He was quite intelligent, but he was too intelligent and he turned to other things. And he died when he was 40 years old, he died from AIDS.
I lost 5 children, and that was very hard, still is.
We lost 2 of them in a car accident. One was stabbed to death.
My youngest son had colon cancer. Never wanted to tell me because I had already lost 4 kids. He didn't want me to go through that again. But he knew that he wasn't going to make it, so he never, and his wife never told me. It's nothing that you ever get over. You don't get over that. They weren't just, I only had 1 baby. It was a crib death. The rest of them were already grown up. So it's hard to grow up, to raise children and then they're not there, you know, and it hurts and it never goes away. That hurt never goes away. Everybody says, oh, you'll get over it. You do not get over it. You do not get over it. That's one thing you don't. And I've been through hardship with that and still going through it.
Shed a tear. just as long as you stand by me.
You have to have somebody in your life to love, and he has to love you too. Otherwise, it's not good. Why is it important? Because we all need somebody. We can't be alone for the rest of our lives. When you're alone the rest of your life, something is missing, something that you're looking for and you have never found, and you don't find it because you've been alone too long. You have to have somebody to love and somebody to love you.
Gone, love is never gone.
My daughter asked me, she says, if you had one wish, she said to me, she said, Daddy, if you had one wish, what would you wish for? And I said, I would wish that everybody loved everybody. And my daughter, you know, being 10 years old, she said, oh, not me. I'd wish I had $1 million. I said, if everybody loved everybody, you wouldn't need $1 million. And she stopped at the, you know, she's got a head on her shoulder. She said, you're right, Daddy. Yeah, you remember that?
I remember that. If you have love, you have everything. And that's the truth.
I can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love.
I married him October 6, 1954.
Yeah.
Never forget that. That was my happiest day. My happiest day of my life.
I love her more today than I did the day we married. And she's everything to me. And this may be hard to believe, but we don't even get mad at each other, do we? If she says something that I don't, I just shut her. I know better, you know. When you got a woman, you zip it, you know. And then what we do, if we do get mad at each other, we look at each other, what do?
Laugh.
We smile at each other.
Yeah.
You know, 10 minutes, that's about it. You know. We get along real well. I wouldn't want another person.
Love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. What I did for love. Thank you. Tony Galuccio on piano, Hal Green on drums. How you doing, fellas? Thank you.
I'd kick it in the head when he was 25. Speed jive, don't want to stay alive when you're 25.
The artists in the show use also the materials. Check out this piece by Carlos Aponte. It's made out of tape. Samantha Brown wrote and directed the letter. The tale of a 16-year-old who received a mysterious envelope days before a big school dance.
I
have a return address?
Nope.
Well, what do you think it means?
I guess it's some sort of message.
Like what?
I don't know, I guess I gotta dance with some girl.
What kind of girl?
I don't know, it doesn't exactly specify.
Well, the school dance is Friday night. But who's the her? Do you think it's Jill?
Why would the letter be telling me to go with Jill?
I don't know, because she's Jill, you know?
Maybe the letter's telling me to go to the dance with Heather.
I doubt it.
Why?
Whoever put that letter in your mailbox isn't that stupid.
Why do you say that?
Heather's hot. Very hot.
Uh-huh.
And I know you like her. You have liked her.
I'm aware, Will.
No offense, buddy. She just wouldn't go for you.
I know, but maybe this is my chance.
I wouldn't count on it.
She was my best friend for 6 years. Maybe she's missing old times, you know?
You think she put that letter in your mailbox?
She does know my address.
I hate to break this to you, Benny boy, but Heather's not exactly the same girl you think she is. I get it, you've liked her since we were like 10, but a lot's changed since then, man.
Why do you say that?
I still hang out with her. I know her friends a lot better than you do. We've changed. We've moved on. We're 16 now, Ben, not 10, but 16.
But
she slept with like half the kids on the track team.
Hi, Heather.
Hey, Will.
Take my advice. Dance with Jill.
Don't listen to Will. He has the sensitivity of a teaspoon.
So, do you think the card means Heather?
The truth?
Yeah.
Then you're the type of guy that hangs back and never really does much.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the card is telling you to do what you want. The her is whoever you please.
So, Heather.
Sure.
Will thinks that the card is referring to you.
But don't listen to him, he's an idiot.
If you insist.
Shut up! I have a date anyway.
Yeah, huh?
So today's the big day. You gonna do it?
Yep, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna dance with Heather Goldberg.
Good luck. I'm going inside. You coming with me?
I think I'm gonna wait around for Jill.
Why?
I wanna see who her date is. She said he doesn't go here. What? I'm curious.
Of course you are. I'll see you inside.
Wait, I might... Hey!
Hey, Ben. This is my friend Mary.
Hi, Mary.
She doesn't say much.
That's not a problem.
Wanna go inside?
Sure.
Let's go to the beach, each, let's go get a wave. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, click, found the Bud Light. The Patron, let's go get it down. The sound, yes, I'm in the zone. Is it 2, 3? Leave a good tip. I'ma blow all my money and don't get too shit. I'm on the floor, I love to dance, so give me more, till I can't stand. Get on the floor, like the show chance. If you want more, then here I am. Starships were meant to fly, hands up and touch the sky. Can't stop 'cause we're so high. Let's do this one more time. Starships were meant to fly, hands up and touch the sky.
Hey, Jill?
Yeah?
I was just wondering if
Yeah?
I could dance with Mary for a little while.
That would be lovely.
Let's go get it down. The sound, yes, I'm in the zone. Is it 2, 3? Leave a good tip. I'ma blow all my money and don't get too shit. I'm on the floor, I love to dance. So give me more, till I can't stand.
You danced the whole night. Mary was ecstatic. I can't thank you enough, then.
She deserved it. Why'd she have to leave so early, anyway?
Her mom's overprotective. Can you really blame her?
What happened to her?
She was in a car crash when she was 8, paralyzed from the waist down.
Jesus.
Yeah, my mom made me take her. She didn't want to come at all.
Why?
She didn't want to seem odd. You did a good thing, Dad. I just don't get why.
Like, I can't do nice things?
You know what I mean. What about Heather?
You know what you said about me doing nice things for myself once in a while?
Yeah?
Well, this was the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. Not just for anyone, but for myself.
For this town, we're all in my mouth. Only I don't know how they got out here. Turn me back into the bed I was when we met. I was happier then with no mindset.
We hope you enjoy those films. Don't forget to keep submitting your own. And don't forget to check out Fashion Illustration at the Brooklyn Public Library. There are drawing sessions for teens and other events happening until December 1st. Until next time, keep it cool, keep it real, keep it BK4Reel.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.